I'll protect the future. You killed them all!
Don't worry. Soon I'll send you to the same place I sent the girl.
I won't lose! You're mine! You're mine! Take this! You're mine! Take this!
Well, this is the first preset of DBS Future Trunks. Yay! Hello, Future Trunks. So one thing to mention, I'm not going to be too harsh on this game. I'm going to repeat this when we go over Goku Black and Zamasu. But the game only released shortly after the Goku Black arc did. I think it's when Blue Vegeta fights Rose Goku Black, and obviously this game was already in probably post-production by the time they hit the Goku Black arc. Because we only have Hit, and we only have like a few things about Hit in this game, because Hit had a preset, because you could get him via the Dragon Balls. But so this would have been around Universe 7 in the 6th tournament if Hit wasn't a last-minute inclusion similar to how Future Trunks was. They could have gotten some little things similar to how Blue Gogeta is with the Broly movie coming out before it did. So I'm sure they had some things that they couldn't use or some things that they really didn't know about at the time. But this Trunks mainly does everything in his other DLC presets. Him having, he has the same exact combos and the same exact basic attacks as, well, Future Trunks, and I've gone over this with Red Ku, Blue Ku, Majin Vegeta, and Blue Vegeta. There is no reason why they should be sharing combos. He should have a totally unique basic attack string and combo string, but there is no reason for them to alternate, especially when this version isn't even a preset of the other Trunks. There's no reason for it. I do still like that he's using the sword. Maybe he should be using the sword more, or more mixes of sword and punches. Maybe more sword attacks for his light. Maybe some hilt strikes or some other stuff, because Trunks does tend to use his sword a lot in Super, and that would have been nice to see here. I'm not too fussed about the grab again. Same grab. It's fine. Shining Slash, as this is his first preset, I think this is fine. Shining Slash is fine. Masenko, he has Dual Masenko. Why not take away normal Masenko and give him Solar Flare? He uses Solar Flare in the Goku Black arc a few times. Full power energy wave, it's alright, but I would have rather make a ultimate attack version of either burning attack or finish buster, or give us buster cannon, maybe. Burning strike is his own, I think, Xeroverse unique move. I have to look. And it's really just a teleport kick. It's a nice move to look at, though. I think it's a really cool move, and I have thought that ever since it's been out. It's not the coolest thing in the world, but it's not lame either. Like, I wouldn't call you lame, per se. It's not lame, it's just, okay, it's here. It does feel like a thing that Trunks would have here, since this is more like he's on the run, let's do a single strike type of deal, and that's fine. Of course, he has Super Saiyan 2. Basically, no DBS Trunks has Super Saiyan or even Rage, and I will talk about the Rage thing at towards the end of this video. And this is primary Dragon Ball Super Trunks. Basically, the one that fights the absolute most in the short time that he's here, and they pretty much have all the moves that he should have. I think he uses Burning Attack. If he doesn't, it's fine. Burning Attack is one of his most signature techniques. It makes sense. He uses Gallop Gun a few times, so it makes sense for him to have it. I don't think he uses Big Bang Attack, but once again, if he can teach himself Gallop Gun and Final Flash, I don't see why he can't teach himself Big Bang Attack, especially when I don't really know how he knows Gallop Gun when Vegeta barely, one, interacted with Trunks during the High Bulk Time Chamber, and also didn't use Gallop Gun at all, like, at all in the Cell arc, or even the Android arc, so I don't really know why it's here to begin with. But hey, if he can teach himself the Final Flash, which is probably Vegeta's most iconic attack and hardest to learn, I'm sure he can teach himself Big Bang Attack. And Final Flash, which Trunks actually does use. And it makes sense here as well. So this is pretty much his definitive preset. There is only 2 more presets after this, and the third one is nice, but wasn't super needed. And the last one is Super Saiyan Rage at Home, which I will be talking about soon.
Over here. Over here.
This preset adds nothing but super front jump. But like I said, I don't really mind this preset. It's here because Trunks does wear this outfit, and it's nice to see it. Especially nice to see when they add in DLC outfits for our characters, and other cast characters get to wear some of those outfits. So that's a nice change of pace to see here, but there's pretty much nothing here. Maybe they could have added in Finish Buster, since this Trunks lacks Finish Buster. And I would have really liked to see Finish Buster be used. But alas.
Lend me your power. I won't lose. Lend me your power!
So this is basically the Rage Trunks preset. This is Rage Trunks at home. There is a Rage Trunks model and character usable from story mode. You just can't use him in this game, and I have no idea why. Future Trunks, Rage Trunks gets cucked in every game. Cucked in Xenoverse 2, cucked in Fighters, cucked in Sparking Zero. It's basically like it doesn't exist. I know most of the fanbase doesn't like him, but it's a cool transformation that deserves to be used, especially when this Trunks could have had so many other attacks. Like the father-son Gallic Gun should have been here instead of Super Gallic Gun. I have no idea why they didn't do that. And no game has ever done it, which doesn't make sense to me when it's super iconic and is the inverse of the father-son Kamehameha. I mean, come on. Now, Sword of Hope. I think it's a really cool move. Who doesn't want to strut around holding a giant-ass sword like that, slicing people open? It's a cool move. I like it. And I do see why it works this way for gameplay reasons. But this version of Trunks shouldn't have it. Rage Trunks should have it. Or maybe Rage Trunks has another alternate version of this move, or has something else. It's still a cool move. I still like it. And I'm not gonna complain because I think it's a cool move. I used to use it for my character, actually, because it was one of our few sword moves. And I still think it looks really cool. I still very much appreciate and like it. Overall, much like Future Trunks, he's here, and I appreciate him being here, but I think there was way more they could have done here. I do think out of the Future Trunks, DBS is the weaker Link, and Future is the superior version, at least in this game.